and she will remain so going into the late period, which is about 712 to 332 BCE. And this is at the height of the religious area. She is more standalone worship at this point, although always tied to her brother-sister pairing, and she becomes more mystical. She's this veiled goddess of secrets, initiations, and the space between life and death. Now, she has temples at Edfu and Dendera that reference her as the guardian of sacred knowledge, a very revered principal deity. Now, by the fall of all this into the rise of the time of the Greek and the Roman, she is still expanding into Mediterranean territory along with Aset, who is the primary worship, as she was more readily integrated. And we'll see more texts, especially like the Hermetic writings and the papyrus, that mention her in a sorceress role, being a spiritual power invoked in necromancy and healing rituals. Now, her connection to Set at this point is reconceptualized because he is seen more as a demon. He would be associated later with Satan and a host of other demonic figures, and this distances her from him in their cult. And it's an interesting relationship that these two have that I'll also speak on in a bit. Now, coming out of this period, Nephthys has enjoyed a sort of a revival with the renewance of interest in the Kemetic belief system. She is still seen as the goddess of mourning and of the shadows. She's a patron of spiritual transformations and the mother of transitions, protectress of the forgotten. And in this new age, she is seen as the dark twin of Aset, a connection that she's always had as a necessary counterbalance to light, order, and rebirth. She fits in that narrative and always has shown herself in literature to be not only closely associated with her sister, but deeply connected to her sister on emotional levels. These two really love each other. They're great sisters, and we'll talk about their connection in other stories. But if you have more that you want to ask me about, please hit me up in the comment sections, and let's talk more about gods.